the Dialogue Hub podcast where the society speaks.
Hello, welcome to Dialogue Hub podcast where the society speaks, debate, motivate, and gives the very varied information on the social media platform. And right about now, I have a very interesting guest who is with me right here. And you know, the good part about the guest that I have today, I've known him for some time, but it is important that he speaks for himself, and he's a big figure for now. To me, he's a very big figure in society with where social media platform is concerned. So, brother man, welcome to this podcast.
Thank you so much, and thank you for having me.
It's good to have you right here. We've been anticipating to have you on this podcast, but looking at the schedule that we have and your schedule also, we couldn't have you at the right moment that we wanted you to be here. So maybe it's important that you tell the public that are going to be watching this podcast. Your names, maybe the pronunciation might matter to me or rather to the people that are out there listening.
Okay, firstly, it's a good thing to be here. This is my first time to be on a podcast, actually. So that is one thing that is interesting. So I will tell you to say the Hub podcast?
Dialogue
podcast Hub is the first podcast I've ever been on. So I think I think you need to keep this in history in case now our president Kuntanj Mukesh Bati Dialogue podcast was the first podcast to ever have me. So that is the important thing. So na mfwinena kwata kwe nishan memory muma archive yani.
In fact, it will be one of the memories that will be there to inspire us as a podcast, also the society that is looking up to this podcast right now.
Sure, yeah. So this is my first podcast, and it's very interesting. So my name is Clerious. Abantu abengi barakwata ko ama challenges ukuchita pronunciation, but right now since I've been more on social media and the like, at least chirekwata ama challenges narekwata kunmuku with people trying to pronounce my name. So my name is pronounced as Clerious. It's L-R. Yeah, and our
Clerious.
Clerious.
In fact, I'll be able to mention the time from time so that I can
Yes. Yeah, so my name is Clerious. For those of you that have challenges pronouncing my name, it's Clerious, Clerious. And I also mentioned this to say my father is also Mr. Clerious.
Yeah, it's good to know.
Yeah, I'm a JR. But unfortunately, because people couldn't pronounce the name correctly, my father ended up changing it to Clerious. Kuskuru teacher kachinga tabare ikata wino. So yaisa chinja, but for me I had to stand my ground and say until wakadi ishibefia abantu ani Clerious yeshinari akaen. Yeah, but my brand name is Co on Clerious. If you go on Facebook, you search Co on Clerious.
The same Co on.
Yes, Clerious. Yeah, mutumine fe Clerious. That's the brand. Ngefine fe mwachi mutumina na mwato ba Clerious before move ko podcast. Yeah, so just Co on Clerious, whatever you need, Co on Clerious. That is what it means. Yeah, so I'm Clerious Chishipwilo. I'm a Lungu by tribe. That is also another story for another day. Ndi mulungu abengi baishibati amba mambwe, but ndi mulungu, similar to the mambwe people, but I'm a lungu person. Yeah, the difference can be talked about in another podcast or
in fact,
another
I'm coming
day.
To that one. I'll come and ask more questions once
we get into the main story.
Definitely, my brother, it's good to have you right here. My name is Brian Chanda, popularly known as Brian Zambia on my page. So, brother Clerious Jr., I believe I've not missed the pronunciation.
Yeah, you've gotten it right.
It's good that we have posted you right here on this podcast, and I believe looking at your brand, and I've followed your page. I'm not sure if you know that. I've followed your page.
I haven't noticed. Thank you so much.
And I've been following, and I believe you've been in media for some time now.
Yeah, I would say so.
It's important maybe for the society. You know, we are the society, and there is a society that is there to listen to whatever that we do. Maybe tell us something about your media journey. How did you become a media personality? How did you try to organize yourself and find yourself into this field? You know, it's hard this time around to organize yourself and talk about something that is inspiring people, something that can motivate people, especially we young people here in Zambia. So tell us something about your media journey.
Okay, so like I said, My media background started a long time ago when I was just a little kid. Yeah, so for people that have known me since my young days when I was called Junior, not Clerious. Yeah, so now you can't call me Junior this time. Call me Clerious. Yeah, so when I was Junior, I used to like a lot of drama, poetry, drama, art, in short.
You used to compose?
Yeah, poetry, writing, reciting of poems, acting, writing of drama scripts, basic school, primary school.
The good part about these guys who normally come from a background whereby they could do poems, debate and the like, the accent can tell. I'm able to tell from your accent to say, my brother here used to do something that was before the public, you know.
Yes. So that's what I used to do. So from that is where I got the inspiration of storytelling. Mainly, I can't even say I don't know. I can't even say I'm a media personality as such. Mine is art. Yeah, I'm passionate about art, which is storytelling. So my background of media comes from the aspect of storytelling. I love to inform. I love to tell people what is happening. I love to educate through art. So that is where this whole media thing came about. I did not even want to find myself in this position. It's just coincidence. Whatever interested then life pushing towards the media end. You get? Yeah, so through that that's what I was interested in: drama, poetry, debate, anything that has to do with public speaking. So that is where my media background is coming from. It's through public speaking. So after school I did computer engineering. So after school I sang at wapishe school paraka job takaramoneka. I started pushing for acting. Yeah, after pushing then I meet people through Lono TV. Yeah, then the chemistry is there. Understand you are aligned in a certain way. So that's how I find myself Kulono TV. Then Kulono TV media media. So that is how I found myself in the media space. And before you know it, you are interested and you find it is making sense and it gives you peace, because I'm more about things that give me a peace of mind. So I found myself being at peace. Enjoy. So that is how I found myself in media. So it wasn't intentional. I'm just interested in storytelling, informing the public, telling stories that can educate. Then there is a media platform which was Lono TV, which I found myself in that space, and boom, you are in the space. And
Clerious, before you go any further, you know, you've mentioned the aspect of art itself, drawing the attention of being in media because of art. You've also mentioned Lono TV, where you've also touched the part of the movie industry. You know, are you still in the movie industry, or what are you doing with Lono TV? Okay. Maybe try to tell us something about that, so that maybe the society listening out there will be able to tell, to say, okay, if I want to find where Lono TV is, it's the artist place, or rather it is in Kasama or other places.
So Lono TV is a production company found in Kasama district of Northern Province. We are located just next to ERB. For those that are looking for our services, we are into visual production, pictures. We can shoot events, we can live stream events, we can brand. There is a lot. We can provide you with sound system, anything that has to do with media coverage. We are able to do that. Yeah, so that is about Lono TV. What I do at Lono TV, I'm currently the assistant manager there. Yeah, so if you need anything of any of those services, you can call on Clerious.
You can call on Clerious. You know, we'll be able to call you, and definitely after this podcast, I'll be able to call you.
Even
if I'm with you right here, but I'll be able to make a call.
Just call on Clerious.
Exactly.
Yeah, we are able to provide all those for you. Yeah, so that is what I'm doing with Lono TV currently. So for now, I'm Lono TV, and I'm a media personnel now. But drinking yala kwanisho kufika mpaka interview.
I think Dennis, the sound man there, I believe you come and do something here. If you see that the levels of our drink here is reducing just like that, rapidly, especially, you should just go there and get some more. You know, Junior, I believe since you've been the media, personnel, you are in the industry for some time, and I believe you interact with a lot of people. You are a public speaker already. You've been structured in a manner where you can meet different people, interact with them about different things. You know, being a media personnel involves a lot of interactions.
Yes.
How has the media thing helped you to build your life at the moment, and also from the moment you started? Have you faced like some kind of challenges? You know, I believe we come from somewhere for you to reach a certain destination. So what are some of the things that helped you to move in your life? What are also some challenges that you faced for you to reach this far?
Okay, so I'll tell you what. Right now, I'm not doing anything else other than media itself. So, how the question is, how has media helped me
move in your life?
Okay, so I'll tell you something. Media is a very powerful tool, or a powerful environment that you can find yourself in. Media has helped me gather courage for myself. Right now, I can tell you, I can speak to anyone. I can go in any office. At any level, I can talk to the president of Zambia without fearing. Yes. You know. So media has given me that opportunity, the courage to speak out, the courage to stand in front of people and say what I need to say, communicate. So media has done that for me. Also, media has also helped me meet important people, talk to important people, speak about important things that can transform lives. That is all media. I can also tell you to say media is I can proudly say it is what I'm feeding on right now.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm able to manage myself through media, because there is nothing else that I'm doing. I own a business, and I do sell chickens. I also need to put that I need to mention that I have a brand called Mr. Big Chickens. I do sell chickens.
Okay.
And media is what is helping me to do my business.
Okay, exactly. Before you further your discussion with me, how much are the chickens that you're selling?
So chickens go at 150, but currently we are selling them at 130 because prices fluctuate depending on the market. Sometimes tanga shakwera shapona, but the range is between 130 and 150. So currently you can buy chickens from Mr. Big Chickens at only 130.
Welcome to Chedgars Lodge, your peaceful getaway in the heart of Kasama. Conveniently located near Tadakela Daycare. At Chedgars Lodge, we offer comfortable and affordable rooms designed for your relaxation. Enjoy delicious meals at our restaurant, freshly prepared to satisfy your taste. Unwind at our well-stocked bar with refreshing drinks in a calm atmosphere. Chedgars Lodge, where comfort meets class. Visit us today and experience hospitality at its best.
So, Clerious Junior, do you think in the media house, or rather platform, there are challenges that are faced by somebody who calls himself to be the media field? You know, for us just to come right here, it's not an easy thing that we can organize ourselves, put everything in place. You know, there are equipments that are needed, there are criticisms that come through Facebook and the like and other platforms. Do you think you've encountered such before, and how did you overcome them?
Okay. One thing that I will tell you is right now, the media is one of the most challenging fields you can get into, especially when you are in a place like this one. The media is one of the most challenging field you can get into. Some of the challenges that I've faced personally is access to information. I know the president of Zambia, Dr. Hakainde Hichilema, when he just got elected, he said something like, no, we are going to liberate the media. But I will tell you for a fact that has not happened in full. Yes, there is a little bit of freedom, but the media still needs more. That needs to be worked on. So one challenge that you will face in the media space is access to information. It's still not there. It's still not a free space for you to just go and get information about something. Okay? I'll tell you right now, if you were if something, a disaster was to happen past school or at any school right now, then you go there as the media to cover that that particular disaster that has happened. Ask how many teachers are able to speak in front of the camera to just explain what has happened. Very few. And those that will speak, go to a hospital right now, then request information. The possibility that you get that information, even if it's public information, the possibility that you get that information easily is a challenge.
It's a challenge.
It's a lot just for you to get public information or even important information right now. So that is what needs to be worked on, and that is a big challenge in the media space, which I have faced even myself. Quite what we talk about now, when it's important, I need to talk about it.
Yes.
But for you to just get information,
it's very difficult.
It's a struggle. The other thing is, the other issue is there is challenge in people still don't believe in the media to be a job or something you can make money out of. I won't say I'm making millions or making a lot of money through my space as a media personnel. I will not say that, but I'm able to manage. So it's a challenge to an extent where people do not believe that somebody can be in the media space as a job or can be a content creator and take it seriously as a job. Because impia pa kuchimoneki taturafika pali ile level. Especially kuno kukasa.
Okay.
For you to make money out of media, it's quite a struggle. Yeah, you can make a few coins, but maybe if you're ngole for us a salary from your company, for example, I'm working for London TV,
sure,
I get paid. But for an individual who is in the media space, for him to get money out of the media space, trust me, it's quite a struggle. Number one reason is that kuno ama businesses yabako media. They don't know the power that the media has. And I will say the media is very powerful.
Very much.
If a business is able to use the media properly, with the right people, with the right tools, business it can become a very big business. To an extent whereby if I was the one having that shop, or if I was the one who was having that place, the way I can publicize it. But when you approach the owners of those places, especially they will not understand, because most of these are older folks.
Sure, I get it. They don't believe in media. You know.
They believe in traditional media.
There is a radio station.
There is a radio station. Okay, of which it works. It works. But the media, the social media aspect can also do more. Okay, them they believe ngana bebati nichiteko advertise pa social media apo pene ngana poster lero maro barefo abaka mune abantu 1 million
sure.
So technically I would say people here kuno ko area tuavira, they don't believe in marketing, they believe in sales.
Sure.
They want to see things get sold palapene
there and then the instant selling, yes, of which things, is not you advertise, they receive customers there and then
which is not very possible, because the for media consistently poster, then one day customer because they are able to see it all over. So let me try to engage them. And the other problem is it's difficult to trace sales, sure, using social media or media platforms. Why is it very difficult? Inenga banchita engage to say Clerious ambo kuchita ku advertise into pa platform yobe. Nachita na poster lero ba customer tabeshi. 1 month yapo ba customer tabeshi, but barefi mona ba customer. Then after two months bamfumana mwena ta Clerious shilenda ramature mpera taparo shireo. Then 2 months later customer amwene product into na post ala yakula kwene tayabebe, because ene nchito yakwere mukushita tayabebe nokubeba to na isa because Clerious ari posite ko fimo pari business yenu 2 months ago. So I've come to check ngoko fide ena lafi ari ashite no kushita bamu mwabalanda na fimwenu, but baraba nchite engage to them mara munata sorry taparo fona bombere and they will cut me out of the deal. Then I'm sales they will not say it was because of my marketing.
Sure.
So it is difficult. That is another challenge. It is difficult to convince people to say social media works, because sometimes, most of the times, there are no instant sales, and people who know business, they don't believe in the marketing, of which when you market something, it gives you sales that will last long. Yeah, so that is another challenge.
So Clerious Junior, thank you very much for that insight. I think to you, the society who's listening out there, I believe you're getting some sense in what my brother here is trying to communicate. It is not all about you owning that place that you have, whatever that you have, it's a shop, a market, whatever building that you have, and say, this is where I just need to be. There is need for you to market that place. There is need for people to get used to that place, to know about the products that you share. So, Clerious, there are other things that I think are important for us on this podcast, the Dialogue Hub podcast, that has to be discussed concerning the monetization of Zambia. Do you think, with the level of social interaction that you've had here in Kasama, I believe you've gone even outside Kasama to other provinces, you are able to see the level at which the media people are moving at. Do you think we can be monetized as a country? Are we going to manage that battle? It will be a battle. Once Zambia is monetized, it is now going to be seeking for that information that is valid, the information that is, that qualifies to reach to the society. Do you think we are at that level as a country?
We are at that level. We are able to manage. We are able to manage very much, and I think it is high time, because these platforms have been depriving us of our hard-earned monies.
Sure.
Yeah, so it is high time they started paying us for what we do. Because if I'll tell you one thing, I don't know, you know AI, right?
Yes, exactly.
AI as artificial intelligence doesn't have information on its own. It has information to send by AI, ni information to feeding. If you feeling or type of WhatsApp, you ask AI something, or you try to give AI information, you should pay that information.
Yes.
So these platforms benefit from what we do. Our poster ka video le randa pari chat gas panoturi. Ba AI nish ba send ba Facebook using their artificial intelligence nish ba send that kuno them province kwali ba chat gas. Even when somebody next time will search because you talked about it,
chat gas.
Bala is
the flow of information.
So it's you was given that information. So we do have the ability to reach the standards that monetization requires, or the standards that we can probably say we need to be paid for what we are offering. I believe we do have the capacity.
Exactly, Clerious, I believe Zambian people, especially the media personnel, the people that are involved in themselves into media, we talk of Facebook, TikTok, Insta, and so many other platforms like Twitter. Keep pushing. Don't get tired. The day that you get tired, that is the day they will monetize Zambia, and it will be very, very challenging to you and difficult to back. Yeah. So I believe young people that are listening out there, it's not a time that you need to waste your bundles doing other things. Come up with the content. Come up with the content that can help people. The content that can reach out to people positively and give the positive feedback. What we need, again, as we try to record something, we need feedback from the society.
Yes.
So Clerious, looking at how far you've gone, you are here today, you are able to articulate more things to the society, to talk to the society, you're in the media room whereby you'll be able to access info to some extent, though it is difficult to access information in Northern Province, Kasama at large. Where do you see yourself to be in the next 5 years to come?
In the next 5 years, I dream of being a very influential person. Not in terms of holding maybe a position somewhere, but I see myself to be a hub of information, where when people need to know about something, they will just call Clerious and say, let's check what has Clerious said about this. Yeah, so I see myself being a very powerful source of information. I see myself to be a person whom people can call on and ask for advice, ask for what they can do about something, especially in the space which I found myself. Hold ground.
Sure.
Yeah, I want to hold ground such that I can be relied on. Okay? I need to make sure that, what am I offering? What I'm supposed to offer. nangu ndeposa vyenchita so that nganamona chita add value.
Sure.
I don't need to be in that space. Nishindeposera abantu nasangwa poinchita nanemwinechita. So I see myself in the next 5 years to be a very powerful media personality whom people can rely on for information, whom people can hire for different services in terms of media aspect. Yes.
Thank you, Clerious, for giving us that wonderful, explanation concerning what you would want to see yourself doing in the next coming 5 years. Do you have any mind of maybe leaving a legacy behind you with where media is concerned? I believe you've been doing this for some time. You've been structuring yourself. You've been building on your legacy. When you are starting up something, what we are looking up to is to leave a name behind you, to create a channel that is going to allow other people that are coming your way to pass through that same channel and reach to their destination. So what legacy do you want to leave once you get out of the media house, or rather once you go, you grow old, that one is a possibility. We need to understand about that, or rather you venture into another field. What legacy do you want to leave behind?
Okay, so with regards to media, like I said, my history of how I found myself in media was storytelling. I was not a media personality by plan. I just found myself in this space because I love storytelling. I love to inform. I love to educate through art. So I would want to leave a legacy where people will be watching stuff and they'll be like, oh, this was made by Clerious. It can be movies, it can be information, it can be my legacy. I need to leave something that people can look at, because I'm more interested in visual arts, media aspect in terms of visuals. So I want to leave a legacy where people can watch stuff and be like, okay, this is informative. I can learn stuff from this, and all that will have my name tagged to it. Say, oh, okay, Clerious ari pitire kwapa na if tuletamba Clerious ari, they called on Clerious and he delivered. That's the legacy.
Don't waste time, just call on Clerious Junior. That Junior, be careful, it's only me as allowed to call him Junior for today. Just brother man, that is a very good comment concerning the issue of leaving a legacy.
So even if I leave the media, because I feel to feel like I sang maybe wabako busy na film, but I just want to make sure that I leave a print in the media space. So I know right now it's challenging. So no wonder I liked what you said about not giving up. It's not easy, trust me. It takes a lot of hard work, because even sometimes hard work you need to be smart about what you are doing.
Exactly.
So every day you need to be thinking, yesterday you need to be working on yourself, and that's what I keep on doing, so that at the end they called on Clerious. Clerious was here. That is my
it's good to hear direct from you, Clerious. It is something that I was looking up to hear more things that you can help us young people, the people that are listening there, the society itself. This is the Dialogue Hub podcast, where we elevate, we communicate, we give the valid info that is important, that is going to help you deal and make more deals with media. Today I've hosted a very big brand here in Kasama district. He's my brother. He's my elder brother. In fact, for today, he's my mentor, because I'm learning from him. As I try to interview him, I get something from him. So, brother man, if you were given a privilege, or rather an opportunity to say, try to change one thing about social media, what can you try to bring in a positive way in the media house? The media fraternity somehow is challenging, especially young people, with where you mentioned the issue of accessing information. You talk of the issue of that has to do with funding itself. In short, let me just go on point, the funding itself. What would you want to change in the media fraternity?
Okay, if I had an opportunity to change something in the media fraternity, I would want to make people understand how powerful the media is. I would invest so much in information giving about the power of social media. Trust me, in a panondi, like I said, media naisanga of not by plan. I won't boast, but I've won an award as a storyteller.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I won a certain award last year. Just my NDI.
Dennis, Clerious, pause there. Dennis, let's give my clap. You know, we need people like you in the society. I'm inspired, you know.
Yeah.
So I didn't see that, but
yeah. And that award is not like a Kasama award or Northern Province award.
Okay.
That was a national award. Yeah, it was a national award.
Just so big.
Yeah. So I never saw myself even in that space because, like I said, I'm like, you would have pushing everything, and people used to tell me a lot. Clerious, I think you wanna course watch there. What they are even mistake. You were supposed to be in this. This is what you were meant for. Yeah. So what I would want to do or change in the media space is make people understand to say the media is very powerful.
Very much.
Make people understand to say you can make a career out. You can build a big career out of media.
Yeah.
Okay. Secondly, I would want to ensure that people benefit from the content that they produce.
Created.
Right now, creativity does not get appreciated through funds. Okay, I would want to push for an agenda where creativity is appreciated.
Sure.
People should get paid for the content they produce. Inenda tambo tuma video tumoto kwa watu wamona nokumona to content creator what they did for them to come up with this idea. They thought, they invested resources, but taparo for basanga. Okay, I would want to make sure that brands, businesses pay creators, media content creators what they deserve. They appreciate, because tawachita appreciate because ngefine nachanda pano kuti twalumba ikishoko but there is this happening, but as long as wenata wamwe nefya sales, they will not appreciate what you are doing for them.
Sure.
So I would want to invest in information that makes brands, businesses, organizations understand how powerful media is. I would want to make sure that content creators, media personalities get what they deserve, because this struggle. And I'll tell you in the media space, cover events. Not
even a drink or a
not even transport refund takuli. Yet you have done a very important job whereby abantu mwile mkuchitakava vala ishibikwa, they will get benefits. Ngefene ndera tabaishwa no kushwa is because of firamuchitire.
Sure.
If you are translating to what they are benefiting from right now. Bambi tabala ndano kulanda to alafiramwa, like for example Ono TV.
Sure.
Ono TV through its time has helped a lot of people get big deals, but they will not come back and say
appreciate
kwena firamwa chitire ninsanga mu okumurugu nabamona kwaba kwisoko. Right now I'm benefiting.
Let me share the national cake. Have it on TV. They can't,
but bengi aba benefit them. And sometimes na kwa when tetuishwe no kushwatira twachitire yali yafwa because tabesa mkulanda abantu. So I would want to educate people, give them information. They need to understand the importance of media, social media, all medias, including radio.
Sure.
Yeah.
So, Clerious, you know, it has been a very good moment interacting with you, knowing more about your life, you know, sharing the knowledge about media, how should we go about media. My fellow listeners there, the society that we normally speak to, please call on Clerious Jr. He's going to respond. You know, I'll ask him to say his final remarks as we try to conclude this today's podcast. I'm sure he's flexible enough. He's going to access you. He can accommodate you at any time. I believe he's working for a certain station that he mentioned, the London TV, but I believe with where media is concerned, he can access you, he can accommodate you at any time, provided you reach on him, you call on Clerious. You know, my encouragement coming to you direct to say, never give up. Never give up. Clerious, as we conclude, this dialogue hub podcast that we have here in Kasama, it is just developing. We are just trying to push here and there. We see how best we can give to the society who's listening out there. There is a certain thing that has been dragging especially young content creators. Can language be the barrier? They fail to develop because of the language. What can you say? Kuli bala balanda kati content yawe mchibemba bali mfono monso konda ifo chibemba kwa bana bala bakolanda ati they are able to articulate sungu, So what can you say to those guys? Because you find that those that can use Bemba and create content, tire mfika, tire panga sense. Abatsungu na mena tire panga sense. So what advice can you say to those guys as you try also to mold the conclusion of today's podcast?
Alright, so advice ningawapera ine yakwe what? Find what you are comfortable in. The goodness about media is that it accommodates everyone in their own individual capacity. Find what you are comfortable. Ngawariba comfortable muchibemba, create content ya muchibemba. It will help you.
It's comment, but Soronto nare.
Yes. Arekwata muma sausage yarai advertise. So please, ngawari munati akamunguru kobe. Tikakuletere ndarama. Social media is there for you to sell out rawino munguru. For example, when abena Soronto, bare pango munguru, but they are making money. So now I'm gonna use what you have. The media of Minako, it can accommodate everyone and it can find an audience for you.
Sure.
So find what you are comfortable with. Do that. Then everything else will start following up. It will not be a jet move where So start doing whatever you are doing. Start doing.
Start from somewhere. At least.
Start from somewhere. Ambako kuchita. Ngani comedy, ngani news commentary, ngani football commentary. Find what you are comfortable with. Effort wakula chita struggle, wakuchita deliver. That is what you should focus on. Because abantu bafo kuchita films. Wachita ku viewer yako.
You don't even know where you.
Myroni wako media ni leroni we shine. So focus on one thing first, perfect it. Then ngachaba perfected. Walishwa nefuti na chita. Move on to that. Yeah. So the media is there for you. Right now, you don't even need to sign up to a company or a brand or an organization. Just start. Then nama organizations, nama brands yakulare konga pano.
Sure.
Yeah, because ngata wambire ngefine mwachiranda pa festi. Ero office mwafika fu okuisa. Tawaka kwa tefi yakulangisha ati ni finished. Yeah. The other day I was having a conversation with I would say my boss.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, anyway, that's a story for another day. But sure. That man tells me a lot of things that okay, he was encouraging another person to say tourism continue doing that. Then one day when time will come to recognize our register promotive you, they will look at you and say, this guy promotes this. No, so
meaning, sorry, you endure the present, yes, and you enjoy
the future.
So,
na podcast
call on him.
Na podcast tuliporero nga mukana kwamba nga nshishire porero.
Exactly.
Because who was I communicating to?
Dennis, the man.
When you guys contacted me, what was the first thing I requested? I requested for let me see what you do.
Sure.
Okay? So that I can know nga kutina isasa ngwako nangu tafimparire.
Sure.
Now imagine if you never had any content out. Here kuntumina konga sample. I would just say no. So I requested for a sample so that then I can say, let me spare time. They have no time to waste on my explanation. They want to see
what is it that you're doing. Yes.
Yeah. So it doesn't even have to be media. Whatever you are doing, make sure you do it consistently so that opportunity in Monica, you have something to show for. Yeah, so I think that's what I can say. Then the other thing I can just talk about is media really pays off. It might not be now, today or tomorrow. You have what in marketing. Brand yourself, opportunities will start coming. People right now can call me and say, Clerious, I do emceeing, by the way.
Okay.
Because okay, people can call on Clerious and say, Clerious, I need 3 chickens. Because
they have seen you selling chickens.
Yeah, the people today can call on Clerious and say, Clerious, speakers. Because they have seen us do that. So,
exactly.
Okay?
I get
don't
sense.
just
I get
plan.
Sense out of that.
Don't plan. Don't just plan. Do. Start doing. Even nangupa no. It gets mkwati equipment ikupano ngaba dialogue podcast. But you are doing something. That is even what inspired me to come on the podcast, because I see, and today I'm on my first podcast. Sure. Because you started. So start doing, don't just be planning. Abantu balafwa. Nama planning man. So start doing. Taparuka kusika nangubenga seka abantu atitafire panga sensi. Start doing. Nishiwo karai tashorero shapande chitaine. I'm not just thinking amweba retondonga. Yeah, thank you.
Brother man, it has been a very, very important moment with you right here. You're sharing your message, the reach out to the society. I believe it has a very positive impact that is going to play there. You know, just having you right here, it is something that has motivated me. I'm inspired, and I'm able to say there is somebody who is there who can be at that level, who can be there to inspire us as a Dialogue Hub podcast. So to our listeners, to our followers, please go on Clerious Jr. You know, he's a man that can help you with where mentorship in media is concerned. He's a man who you can talk to freely, who can create a free space for you and interact with him. So brother man, it's a very, very good pleasure having you here. Continue. We are looking for another month. We are looking forward to having more podcasts with you. Not to talk about maybe media, even other things with where the brand of our Dialogue Hub podcast is concerned. So I want also to appreciate this young man who has always been there to make sure that he pushes here and there. End up with Dennis, brother man. Cheers to you.
Yeah.
Don't forget to follow the Dialogue Hub podcast. It is a podcast which is there for you, where we elevate our lives, where we communicate, where we give valid information, especially with the issues that has to do with media and that are affecting the young people.
Thank you.
The Dialogue Hub podcast, where the society speaks.